Hello, this is Pastor Rick, and I want to welcome you to our Sunday Forum for this Labor Day weekend, also for Sunday, August the 3rd. Our topic for this special edition, the Table Talk edition of our Sunday Forum, we're focusing in on our mission statement at Emmanuel. And I'm going to summarize that mission statement by saying we are called to GFlow. That's right, GFlow, gospel, G, for the life of the world. Or if we were to use the longer edition, it is we are one church, multiple communities, called to GFlow. Again, gospel for the life of the world. And that's important phraseology, and we're going to talk a little bit more later in the film about how that language was discovered here at Emmanuel. But first, you notice we started this by saying, got GFlow. And when we use that question, got GFlow, we are playing off a very famous ad for the Milk Council in the 1990s. So I just want to review that, and then we're going to show a clip to help frame how we talk about GFlow. In the 1980s, the Milk Council used this phrase, milk does a body good, which was accurate and, well, boring. And so they decided to spruce it up. And so in the 1990s, you got this famous ad, and some say it's the most famous, effective ad of all time, which was Got Milk. You probably remember it. But we're going to show this clip just so that we can remember the power of that question, got milk. We'll show this clip about a mean executive in New York and what happens to him when he dies. Let's watch the clip.
Tom, can I make a suggestion?
You're fired!
Welcome to eternity.
Flowers grow low, then they die. Rivers flow low, then run dry.
Heaven!
But a kiss is a kiss for all time.
Wait a minute. Where am I?
Got milk.
All right, did you love that clip? Basically, what it's saying is that a world without milk is a mess. Or maybe more directly, a world without milk is hell. And that's why we're posing that question about got GFlow, because a world without the gospel, a world without the love of God through Jesus Christ, well, is a mess, is hell, literally. We need GFlow. We need churches like Emmanuel committed to the gospel for the life of the world. We need it for our families, for our personal lives, for our neighborhoods, for our world in general. We need that gospel. And that's why we want to talk about GFlow. Now, this language came from a conference that we attended. The conference was attended by theologians and pastors committed to faith, work, and economics. And that's how we have taught discipleship here at Emmanuel, using faith, work, and economics. And there the language is fui. And as you can imagine, that doesn't just roll off the tongue. And so more and more, this group of people with whom we work talked about flow for the life of the world. And we love that language, and as Lutherans, of course, we had to say, well, wait a minute, the gospel has to be central. So we added ourselves here to Emmanuel, GFlow, gospel for the life of the world. It's just an effective way to talk about our mission, especially on this Labor Day weekend. Because during Labor Day, we lift up the value of work, and that God values your work. In fact, God values it so much, that's how God managed and stewards the world. God loves the world through your work. We celebrate that every Sunday when we take up the offering plate and we put all our work symbolically in that offering plate. We give it to the Lord. So indeed, we can commit and respond to the call to be a GFlow congregation. Yes, we're one church, multiple communities, called to lift up the gospel for the life of the world. And so on this Labor Day weekend, we're going to celebrate with brats and hamburgers and chips, and I'm going to celebrate with a cookie and some milk. And as I eat my cookie and celebrate Labor Day, I have to ask the question, got GFlow?